Hello, Sylvia Das here. So, I'm going to talk about Dr. Paul Lam's Tai Chi for Arthritis and Fall Prevention program. So, this program is basically based on the Sun style Tai Chi, which has a higher stance, like less bend, and it is having the concept of follow step and empty step. So when we do the follow step and the empty step with higher stance, it is easier to do and is more relaxing on the knees. Plus it has powerful qigong movements which is healing and relaxing in nature. So all this combined is very good and efficient for both arthritis and fall prevention. Now there has been 30 medical studies done to prove the efficacy of this program, that it has been proven that this program helps to improve muscle strength and mobility, provides arthritic relief and reduces falls. In fact, the biggest study on fall prevention, which was done in Sydney, Australia, used the TCAFP program, where it signifies that it reduced 67% of fall. And yeah, so it is scientifically proven using this statistical data that this program works. Now let's see how. Tai Chi primarily and essentially is about good balance. So the program like Tai Chi for arthritis and Tai Chi for arthritis and fall prevention, both are same, just that the fall prevention module emphasizes more on balance. Now there are three aspects which we focus more for the fall prevention module. One is breathing, second is the weight transference, and the third is situational awareness. Now let's take one by one. The breathing. We all know that when we are stressed, we are disbalanced both mentally and physically, and the thing that is most affected during stress is our breath. So if you notice that we tend to breathe very fast and our breath is shallow when we are stressed, and this creates a chemical imbalance inside, a hormonal imbalance. And what happens is our breath becomes tight, our the blood vessels become tight, blood pressure increases, and we are like, our muscles also, we tend to be very tensed both physically and mentally. To get an instant relief from this situation, we can focus in our breath and do some mindful Tai Chi breathing, which incorporates belly breathing. So what happens in belly breathing is, when we breathe in, we expand the tummy with no movement in the chest, and when we breathe out, we squeeze the tummy. So when we do that, our lungs get more space to bring in more oxygen, and when we synchronize the movement with the breathing, then our breathing slows down as well. So we slow down our breath and we take deep breaths, which in turn balances the chemistry inside. There is hormonal balance and our blood pressure decreases, we become relaxed, and we become more balanced both physically and mentally. So that is about breath, and let us look at how the breath can be incorporated with the Tai Chi movement in the program. So let's look at the commencement form and the open and close form. So we start with our feet together. Just relax your entire body. And then slowly bring the hands up and breathe in. Then bend down, breathe out. Shift weight, step forward, breathe in. Go forward, breathe out. So this was the commencement form. And then we do the open and close. Breathe in, expand, breathe out, squeeze, and then let go. So here you see that how the synchronized breathing, like when we go up, breathe in, down, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, again, in and out. And this slows down our breath, and when we focus on the Dantian breathing, like a little bit more focus on the lower abdomen, then it becomes both slow and deep breathing, which helps to be more calm and composed from inside. So that was the first aspect. The next aspect is the weight transference. So, or we can call it controlled weight shift. There is this second movement after we do the open and close. The next movement is single whip. So if we notice that we first shift weight and then step a little bit wider and forward, we first touch the heel, toe is up, and then bring down the toe. Weight is still not there. Weight is still on this back foot. And now when we have touched down, felt the ground, very comfortable, then we keep both the knees bent and slowly shift weight 70% and push forward. And if you now notice in this posture, 70% weight in the front, back 30% weight, and then we open up and turn our torso without any weight shift. So that's a movement without weight shift, just turning from the torso. So in this movement we see that how we are very mindful about the stepping, keeping the knees slightly bent as Sun style has higher stance. And when we step, take a small step so that you can comfortably touch the heel first, then bring down the toe, touch the entire foot, and when you are comfortable, then you shift weight, then you turn the torso. So this controlled weight shift gets us into a very good practice of mindfulness. Usually we do not care that how we are going forward. We usually just shift weight as soon as we step forward, and our entire weight goes forward, and we tend to be disbalanced because of the sudden weight shift. But when we do it nicely with controlled weight shift, then we are much more balanced and much more mindful about what we are doing and what we are going to do next. So this is about weight transference, and the third part is the situational awareness. Like the next movement that we do is a waving hands. So let's do from the second part, single whip. And then you see that we are doing the waving hands. So here starts the waving hands, a side stepping. When we do side stepping, we touch the toe, then the heel, then change the hands, then shift weight, all the weight 100% this time, and then turn, and then step in, touch down the toe, the heel, change the hands as you do that, shift weight, and turn. This is so very mindful and being aware of each and every movement that I am doing. So touching down, changing the hands, shifting weight, and turn. Again, step in, change the hands, shift weight, and turn. Step, change, shift, and turn. Step, change, shift, and turn. So when we do this waving hands, and relax, open and close and let go. So when we do the waving hands, let's look at the footwork, like when we are in the Tai Chi hide, and then we step, we take a very small step, we make sure that we touch the ground, feel that okay, it's all even and not risky. Then we mindfully shift all the weight and then turn slightly as part of the movement. And then once all the weight is here, then balancing weight on the side, I then step in, making sure that I am not too close, that I become disbalanced. I still maintain the shoulder width distance. Then again I shift all the weight, become very well balanced, and then step out. Touch down, feel the ground, shift all the weight and turn. And then step in, shift all the weight. So this mindful, that stepping, touching, so touching the toe, then the heel. When we are going sideways, usually when we go forward it is heel first and then the toe. When we go sideways it is toe first, then the heel. So all these small details, and okay, feeling the ground, shifting the weight only when we are confident, and lifting the non-weight leg only when we are confident that this other side is very, safe and well balanced. Then we step to move to the side, being aware of my surroundings. So thus we have talked about the balance, the weight transference, and the situational awareness. All these three increasing our mindfulness, and this increased mindfulness makes us more, confident in our, posture, body, movement, anything that we do. And this mindfulness practice, we can do not only during Tai Chi but during our daily activities. When we practice all these concepts, we become more confident, less scared, and that in turn reduces the fall. Okay, and lastly I would like to mention that Tai Chi increases the Chi or internal energy, which actually helps to improve all aspects of health. Okay, so that's all for today.